Hey guys, what is up? It is Nathan here, and today I know I've been doing a lot of Nerf reviews, and I know uh, I've also been doing a lot of nothing on my channel recently. I haven't been uploading, and I haven't uploaded a video for about a month. But today I think I have a really special one. I'm doing a review on the iPad 8th Gen 2020. Obviously 2020 8th Gen. So let's get into it. So this is going to be my first tech video for in a while. So I don't really know how to approach this as much as I used to. For those of you who don't know, I do like technology, and I'm decent. I really do like technology, but the problem is that I use Apple products. Like, as you can see, Apple Watch. I'm filming on my iPhone 11 right now. Before this, I had a MacBook, which is what I use. I replaced it. I replaced my MacBook with this, which it's actually doing a really good job at. So, like, this isn't my only iPad, because I have an iPad Mini, an iPad Mini 2, which still works and is actually still pretty great. YouTube notifications. And in terms of just external things, I mean, like, I like that one. That's just for if I need to, like, take something with me and I don't want to take this entire thing. This is pretty good, whether it's a Media Machine, and this is probably going to work really well for that, just because of it's really small. It's got a just under 8-inch display, so I mean, it works decently for that. But I like this because this is like my laptop replacement, and it does a really good job at that. So essentially, I'm just gonna be, I know I've been spouting off for 2 minutes about random stuff involving this, but I'm gonna explain why I like this, the positives, and I also want to explain the drawbacks compared to the iPad Air and the iPad Pro that came out this year. So the pros or advantages of going with this are the 32 gig model is $330 to start off. $330 for the 32 gig model. This also has cellular. Except this one is the 128 gig, which I believe starts at $430. So this is essentially the 128 gig cellular model of the 8th gen iPad, which it actually does work really well. The cellular works really well, and since I have it on AT&T, it does work really well. I have all my stuff on AT&T. Now, the pros of it this year are the same as they were last year. This design is pretty much unchanged. It's a really decently sized screen. It's 10.2 inches. It has the smart connector. It has obviously the antenna, and that's a decent place for the antenna. It still has Touch ID. I don't use Touch ID because I'm just not used to it. I'd rather have all my things do the same thing, or none of them do it. So this is pretty, I mean, it's a good design for a tablet, and that's the reason why I don't think they had to change it. Like, they haven't had to change their design for the iPads. I mean, this was 2013 and this is 2020. I mean, it's not, they don't have to change it. Like, they're not forced to. The other cool thing about it is just the fact that it still has a headphone jack, and also the power is really decent because it has the A10, or the last gen had the A10, which was from the iPhone 7. This has the A13 Bionic found in the iPhone 11. So, or not the iPhone, no, the A12. Sorry, I need to, yeah, the A12, which was in the iPhone 10s. So that's a very, very good chip for something like this because it's only 2 years old, 3 years old, something along those lines. So it has the power necessary to drive some pretty good tasks. I mean, people still have the 10s and the 10s Max, and the 10R. So that helps. And I know that the iPhone 12 was just released, but this is still good for at least 4 years in terms of power. I mean, the 6S is 6 years old. 6 years old? Yeah, 6 years old, I think. Either 5 or 6, and it still works great. So this is really good. And Apple products are known for their software support, and that's a lot of the reason why I like them, because they just don't quit on this stuff. So that's cool. I really like that. And obviously I have some accessories that I'm going to show you that I use it with. So that's going to be at the very end, but now let's move on to the cons. This year, the cons compared of the iPad 8th generation compared to the iPad Air and the iPad Pro, which, keep in mind, they start at $699 and $899 respectively, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that's how they are, and I don't know exactly. But this, and obviously this starts at a much lower price, or a lower price. The thing is that this design is getting pretty dated. I mean, it still has the large bezels of the other ones of the original iPad Air and the iPad Air 2 and the original ones of these. This chassis, aside from a few things, for most iPads hasn't really changed as much as some other designs that Apple has come up with over the years for their other products. And the cool thing about it, though, or the cool thing about this is, since they don't have to change it, it's not as big of a deal. But the thing is, they changed the iPad this year to a bezel-less display. So, like, to catch up with the iPad Pro. So it kind of feels like this is fine for me, but a lot of the tech people have said this design is getting a little dated. And to be completely honest, seeing the iPad Pro like this, why is it not? There we go. This design has been used for a while, and I really, aside from the smart connector, which only came last year, it works, and it works really well for me, but I know that a lot of people who just want the best of the best won't like that as much as a lot of people will, like me. And I feel like the best way to describe the fact that they haven't had to change their designs for the iPad is the iPad Mini 2 from like 2014 is almost the same, except just on a smaller scale. Like, it still has the same lightning port, still has the same camera, still has the same lack of a flash, still has the same thick bezels, still has the same home button, still has the same, like, it's actually a different color of space gray, which is kind of weird, but this is kind of a thing that is really, I don't know. I think it's just kind of okay because it's a cost-saving measure. It didn't have to do much, but still would have been nice to see a design. I do have some accessories, like I said in the last segment, that I would like to show you that I use with this to make it my laptop replacement. So as promised, I do have some accessories to use for my laptop replacement. the iPad mini, or the iPad 8th gen, this is my laptop replacement that I've used because my MacBook finally failed. So I got this on AT&T cellular. And along with it, I got a few things that helped me with productivity, and I really like them. Starting with the actual Apple branded flip cover case, and that's the reason why I like the smart connector. The addition of the smart connector on the 7th and the 8th is the magnetic thing. And I know that the keyboard is, some people don't like the keyboard because it's just really squished. But since I use a mouse, which I'll talk about in a second, I really do like this keyboard, and it's really thin, which does help. So usually in my bag, it just looks like this. Because, I mean, it's really thin. I mean, if you can find a laptop that's this thin, aside from maybe the LG Gram, and even then, I'm almost positive it's not as thin as this. I mean, it's insane how much tech that you can pack into this and how good of a laptop replacement it is. The other one that I would have before I get to the mouse, which I don't have with me, is it's a really cheap leather protective case. It's a faux leather protective case. Had a stylus with it, so I don't know. This is just random. And then an Apple Pencil, and then I want to get an Apple Pencil soon. And then the mouse I use is the one of the Surface or Microsoft mouses meant for the Surface. It's just like a $20 mouse. I got it at Best Buy, but it works quite well. So this and that mouse are all I need to do actual work. And I use this for both school and my home, just learning and work and stuff, just homework and docs and sheets. And I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but you can also do other stuff on it, like art and like stuff, and that's why I want to get an Apple Pencil. So that is really cool. And for like $430 plus the 160 or the 120 I got for the open box on this smart flip case, it does rival some ultra cheap laptops. And I know that like $500 laptops you can get, the best example I can think of, I think, is the Acer Aspire 5. You can get one of those, but I mean, it's kind of a toss-up in my opinion, because I mean, that I feel like this will be continually supported, and for 3, 4, 5 years, and I feel like that one will start to show its age. So I don't know, but I mean, Windows versus iPad OS, I don't know. iPad OS is all I need. So I mean, for $500, $600 just for this entire package, I think it's more than enough. So I will come back to you with my final thoughts, and this is the accessories section, and I will come back to you with my final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts on the iPad mini 8th generation, or I keep saying the mini, the iPad 8th gen from 2020. It's really, I like it. I like it a lot. It's all I need for my work. This is a great thing to get with it. Although I still don't know exactly why Apple sells a $160 accessory for a $330 to $430 iPad. I don't understand that. But I mean, I got it for $120 because I got it open box in good condition, so I don't really know. But the iPad 8th gen is good for the people who want to have productivity tools and stuff, but just don't want to spend like $1,000 plus on an iPad Pro, or $800 plus on an iPad Pro, or $600 plus on an iPad Air. Also, though, I do have to warn you, if you plan on getting an iPad mini or an iPad 8th generation, don't get the 32 gig model, because that's just not enough storage anymore. In 2020, it's not enough storage. And the problem with that I see a lot of people is like, oh yeah, I don't spend a lot, or I don't like download movies and stuff, and I only have like productivity apps. The problem is that software updates anyway will start eating away at that battery life, and 32 gigs is just not enough. So even though it's $100 more, I recommend you go with the 128 gig model. And that's what I have here, and it's the same experience, just with 4 times the storage. 4 times? Yeah, 4 times the storage. So yeah, I might be a little biased on that end, but this is a really good laptop replacement, and it has a touchscreen, so it works great with the keyboard and stuff, and it's a good option if you don't want to just get a laptop. If you want a tablet or a two, this is the best 2-in-1 you can really get at this point. So, in my opinion. So, yeah. Let me know what you think about the new iPad 8th generation, as well as my iPad mini. I know it's old, but yeah, let me know what you think, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.